Alright, we got cut off in the middle of the last video, but I'm going to finish up this last section on factoring trinomials. So we were talking about how to factor this one right here. So we look at 6 and we say what two numbers multiply together to equal 6 and add together to equal 3. Well, my only factors of 6 are 6 and 1 and 2 and 3. Since they're both positive, these both have to be positive. Neither 2 plus 3 nor 6 plus 1 equals 3. So what do? Well, you can't factor it. So guess what? It's relatively prime. So this is my answer. I don't have to do anything else. Let's look over here. Now, anytime you have a number being multiplied by the variable that's being squared, I cannot factor that until I get rid of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to, just like we did in the last lesson, we're going to divide everything by this number. So we're going to divide everything by 2. When I do that, I have to put that on the outside, and then I'm left with a squared minus 32a minus 144. Now don't forget this 2, leave that 2 there. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the 2 parentheses. I have a and a. They're both negative. So remember, if they're both negative, the bigger one is going to be negative and the smaller one is going to be positive. I say what two numbers multiply together to equal 144 and add negative 144 and add together to equal negative 32. So for these, I have to look through all of my numbers. Finally, I figure out that 36 times 4 equals negative 144, and negative 36 plus 4 equals negative 32. So this is my whole answer. So anytime you have something in front of the variable that's being squared, divide everything by that number, then put that number on that outside and keep it on the outside in your answer. Then you can factor normally in the second part. Finally, this last example, notice not only do we have an x squared here, x and then nothing, we also have a y and then a y squared. So what I'm going to have to do is not only do my parentheses with my x here, but since I have a y and a y squared here, I'm going to put a y here and a y there. That will make it so I can factor the numbers now normally. So if I have another variable in the last two parts with 1 and then squared, I can put that variable in the second half. Now these are both positive, so I know both of these are positive. I say what two numbers multiply together to equal 24, add together to equal 11. Well, I could try 12 and 2, but 12 plus 2 doesn't equal 11. I could try 6 and 4, but 6 plus 4 doesn't equal 11. 8 and 3, yes. 8 and 3 add together to equal 11, multiply together to equal 24. So that is my answer. So when I'm factoring trinomials, I'm going to always ask myself what two numbers multiply together to equal my last and add together to equal my middle, paying attention to these rules for signs. And then also, if they can't be factored, I just leave it as is. That's my answer. And if there was a number in front of the squared variable, divide everything by that. If there was another variable that has 1 and then squared, I can write that variable in the second half of my terms. Hopefully that helps.